Now that's interesting. They pinned theirs. Mic check 1 2 1 2. 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 Oh Lord, here we go. With the slow connection. Boy, it make it hard for you to tag people too. Well, 3 minutes early. Mic check 2 2 1 2. I don't know why it won't let me tag some names. Good afternoon, good evening. Gun James, bonjour. I got about 2 more minutes, but yeah, we're gonna talk about some good soul food, some good spiritual soul food. Yes, Lord. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Live channel 5. Live channel 5 news. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Oh, I forgot to take that and put it on silence. Alright, I'm about to start in 1 minute. This will probably be a short live. Depends on what the spirits say. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Doing it this way. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Alright, it's 5 o'clock. We'll go ahead and get started. Good evening. I got a slow connection, so if I didn't see you, please forgive me. Yeah, mic check 1 2 1 2. But if I don't see you, I got a slow connection. If I don't see your comments till late, that's because it's lagging. But good evening. But I'm going to say this. This before this week, y'all, I had some good soul food. And I've never felt so connected. Oh, okay. We praying for you that the storm don't do any harm, that it just cleanse, and that it just take out what's needing to be took out, and that it leaves positivity, and it leaves a soothing and a peaceful calm. Good evening. Mic check 1 2 1 2. We're going to talk about some good spiritual soul food. And hey, cousin, I had the pleasure of going to and the honor of going to my first fete, especially in Vodou. Let me ask a question. Can y'all hear me? Because unfortunately down here, it is hotter than a donkey's ass here in Texas. So I can't necessarily cut stuff off, because if I cut it off, with it being 100 and something degrees, it's gonna be hotter. So good evening, saddening. So I need to ask, can y'all hear me? Just might check 1 2 1 2. All right. Thank you. I had my privilege and honor of going to my first Voodoo Fete, Voodoo Fete. And I got to tell you, thank you. And I got to tell you, y'all, I was nervous when I first walked in. I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous when I first walked in. I was nervous. I'm talking about terrified. I was nervous when I first walked in. I had my hands in my pocket. I was jittery. But I'm going to tell you this. The energy was at a different level. It was. I don't know how everybody else felt, but it was at a different level for me. I could feel the heat. I could feel the love. I could feel the connection. It is something when a group of people get together that has hearts of love and that have the ability to allow the spirits to do what they want to do and have the pure hearts. I will say this to Misha, Nino, Iman, and Abba. What walks with you is very real. And when I say very real, very real. Even to the point of discussing things that you never would have thought would have come up. But I'm grateful to have had the opportunity. It's just like when you're preparing your meal and you got all the right elements and you're preparing your meal. You got your turkey, you got your ham, you got your roast, you got your greens. And now if you're from other places, you got your snapper, you know. You got your carry goat, you know. But literally, when I say if you ever get a chance to go to a fete, go to the fete. Hit Misha Nino up. Hit them up. You will not regret it. You will not regret it at all. So beautiful. So amazing. So on time. And when I say real, yes, the whole truth. The whole truth. When I say real mountains, real hearing from the spirits, from the Loa, when I tell you, you can feel the energy. You can feel it. You can feel it in every way. When I say beautiful, beautiful. And I've been to ceremonies in other paths. But I must say, in both Wudan, I'm nervous. It's this one is different. It's not like all the others. This one is different. This one is different, and it shows to be different. You feel a connection that you ain't felt before. You feel a connection that it's like soul food. It feeds your soul. You feel a connection with your loa, with your community, with your spiritual family. You feel a connection. Oh my God. But literally, you feel a connection. I'm honored. I don't know why I'm glowing, but I'm honored. But you feel a connection. I even thank them after the fact. I was still saying thank you on the way out the door. I even text thank you because it was amazing to be around the Loa. It's like having all the trimmings and having your whole meal set and literally get to enjoy it. The connection, the level of love, the enlightenment, the understanding is incredible. It's remarkable. I'm telling you, you get a chance to hit her up to come to a fete, go to a fete. Go to a fete. It will literally change your life. It will change your life. I said definitely change mine. Definitely change mine. To meet that particular spirit or that particular loa that you know that you have been wanting to meet, wanting to connect with, to meet them. When I tell you there's nothing like it, there's nothing like it. Even what I'm saying is still an understatement compared to the beauty, the love, remarkable, remarkable presence of energy, power, in sheer love, agape, unconditional love. Literally nothing like it. Like I said, this live is not going to be very long, but very authentic. Uh, Even down to the foods. By the way, Texas, y'all can't cook. My godparent, mm. Mr. O'Neill. Good evening, good evening. Welcome, Mr. O'Neill. You did that, sir. You did that. And you got me down here judging people's food. But literally, yes, Lord. Me and Jamal, my stomach sure did. Yeah, yeah. Couldn't tell us nothing. Couldn't tell us nothing. Hey, fam. Glad you're here. But literally, when I say it is nothing like it, especially, and let me tell you, it is not like a reading. This is legit coming from that loa. It's not like a reading that you go get. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with readings. Readings give you direction. Readings will help you know that your ass ain't crazy. But to hear from that loa and get that understanding, like I said, it's nothing like it. And I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. I was, but I was so grateful. Shedded a few tears and got up off the floor. Got up off the floor. Can't tell you what all happened, but got up off the floor. real mountains, the Loa came down. You ever get a chance to get any of Michelino's products? Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't go down once. I went down a few times, if I'm not mistaken, because Lord have mercy. Beautiful. Beautiful. And when I tell you there's nothing like it, you have to go to one. You have to. You have to go to one. You have to go to one. It's beautiful. And so much truth and so much realness. But a lot of love. And the Lord's not going to sugarcoat a damn thing. It's a lot of love. It's a lot of love. It's very encouraging. You get a connection. A real connection. I mean, don't get me wrong, you feel the presence around your altar or, what have you. You feel the presence. You know that they're with you. But to literally have them speak, to literally, they come down and you know that you know, I'm telling you, it's incredible. Y'all better catch that woman. Her next fit, y'all better text, email, and DM. Good evening, message. Do whatever you got to do. Catch up with her. Catch up with her. What's up, fam? Catch up with her. Because literally, when I say beautiful, fiery, and very real, to the point to where you can't even help what you feel. You can't help but to feel the love. Because it took my nervousness away. I was getting up off the floor. Welcome, who all came in. Like I said, my connection is slow, but welcome. But when I tell you, and good evening, when I tell you, nothing like it. You got to catch a fact. Real Loa, real mountains, real words, real spirit, real presence of the Most High as well. Very real. Very real. And let me say this, because I'm not kissing no ass or anything like that. But the truth is the truth. Good evening. Welcome, bro. The truth is the truth. Hey, fam. The truth is the truth. I'm not kissing no ass. I'm just being real. When I say I was floored, I was floored. Hey, fam, I was floored. But when I tell you real Loa, real mountains, real, not a game, not a joke. That's why I say, no. You can text, email, call, whatever you do, you got to get to that next fact. Good evening. You got to get to that next fact. Because the love, and I believe David Sosa said this before, it is community when you come together. Good evening. When you come together, it's love. Literally. Real spirit. And like I said, it's different from a reading. You know, Don't get me wrong, she can see right to your soul. But it's different from a reading. And let me explain something about a mountain, if you don't mind. When you get fully mounted in the spirit means that you're not present. Good evening, Iman. It means that you're not present. Whoever the person that gets mounted, or for lack of better words, that the spirit takes over the body, you're literally not there. That's literally that spirit. So be careful when you are at a mounting. Good evening. When you are listening to someone at a mounting, because that at effect, because the spirit is mounting them. They weren't there for the conversation. You have to tell them what was said and tell them what was done. So when I say to you, real spirit, real Loa, and Misha Nino, O'Neill, literally, real Loa, very real, real. Not a game, not a joke, but very beautiful. Like I said, the energy is high. Just like I said, I was nervous. I'm not even gonna lie to you. A mofo was nervous, okay? Nervous. Shook. Because the level of power, the level of the energy, the level of love, the level, literally. Hey fam, literally. And yes, it is about community. It is about ancestors. When I tell you that I couldn't thank them enough, Number one, for allowing the spirits to use them. For allowing it. Bro, why you say you proud of me? I ain't done nothing. I did behave this week, though. At least I tried. But literally, and when I say real, I'm not talking about this where, people be foaming at the mouth and all this extra shit. No, I'm talking about real Loa, real mounting, real love. You can feel that that's not that person. That's literally the Loa that came down. You can feel it. I'm humble. I'm humble, bro. I'm humble. But it's the truth. And like I said, live, Channel 5. And that's the truth. A lot of you are exactly right. The save lives. The save lives. Misha Nino has helped so many people that it ain't even funny. There are things that we probably don't, and I know we don't know, that Misha Nino has done that she ain't even said nothing about. Not only because of the Most High, not only because of the Loa, the ancestors, but that's the heart that she has. Pure heart. And when I tell you, you got to get to effect, you don't feel nothing but pure love. Pure love. Yeah. The modern day Mother Teresa. Yep. Facts. Literally. 100. As Chris Brown said, I'm going to keep it a hundo. Literally. People have no idea. You should get to one of those fats. You should get to one of those fats. And when I tell you, Listen, they're going to call out some stuff. Say this about the Loa, they raw and uncut, okay? When I say shock me, ooh, Lord, shock me. Shock me. But you have to come yourself. You have to go see yourself. Go and have the experience. Go and love on your ancestors. Love on the Loa. You should go and have that experience. Because when I tell you that it's worth all that and a bag of chips, the things that I'm telling you is still an understatement. Yeah, that did crack me up a lot. It's an understatement. Will change your life. I know it did for me. I know it did for me. I do not view things the same. And I'm going to say this. I've been to other ceremonies and other paths. OBI, I went to a ceremony. I've been to a couple of those. And a couple of other paths. Even in the left-hand path. I've been to a couple of rituals, a couple of those. But again, like I said, this one is different. This one is different. Number one is my birthright. Number two, oh, the Loa is different. Totally different. I'm going to say this. Not too many ceremonies where I get up off the floor. And I can't get myself up. I'm getting up off the floor and I don't remember what happened. That's a real one. That's a real one. Anybody that's ever sat at a fete that was authentic, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, it was a birthday for Tijan, aka John the Baptist, as you would know him. In Vodou, it's called Bon Fête, which means happy birthday. Good evening, good evening. But when I tell you, see, I was got a couple of times. Literally. And I'm going to tell you something. I didn't even know it was a couple of times. Didn't remember. I remember getting up off the floor. I remember having to have help up off the floor. I remember the energy. I remember how beautiful. I believe it. I believe it. I truly believe it. See, when you can go and the energy's so high that the Loa jump you, and you trying to see them, and they jump you, you go to a ceremony, and the spirits can't wait to see you. Oh, it was? Lord have, Aibobo. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. As relief for the Lord have mercy. I'm telling you, the impartation is real. I'm telling you. You got to go to a fete. You got to go. You got to go to a fete. You got to go. No matter the Loa, you got to go. But if you get a chance, I don't know exactly when the next fete is, but y'all hit her inbox, email, something. Ask her, can you come? Ask her, don't just show up. Ask her, can you come? Ask her, can you come? And if she's permitted, she'll let you know. Because I'm telling you, there is nothing like it. Nothing like it. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. I believe they got me good. I believe it. There's nothing like it. You get to see community. You get to see love. Didn't they? Mm-hmm. Got you good. Every last one of us, keeping it 100, was getting up off the floor at some point during the ceremony. The fact. So when I tell you, you you gotta try it. You gotta try it. You gotta try it. But when I say beautiful, remarkable, and amazing, will align your spirit, will align your heart, if you are willing, would align you. Because when I first went, oh yeah, you're going to have to say that at a voicemail. Got to hear you say it. But yes, that's our society. And I'm going to tell you something. It is different when you hear from the Spirit. It is so different. And like I said, I shedded a couple of tears to meet the Loa and to know that it's them. Listening to listen, listening to listen. You gotta try it. You gotta try it. You gotta try it. Sure did. Sure did. And I'm going to tell you, if you think you're going to get away, no, you not. If you think you're going to hide in the corner, in the back, no, you not. They will come get you. You can't run and you can't hide. You can't. Believe me, at the beginning of service, I did try it. I was trying to get back there in the corner. I was like, no, I'm going to look y'all in the face. I'm getting this corner. Mm-mm. Yeah, I feel you. Because I thought I was going to slickly move to the back. Yeah. Get in the back. Shit. That ain't what happened. I was getting about the flow. Like I said, y'all got to listen. You got to try it. You got to try it. It'll bless your heart. Look. Not from me, you're not. Misha Nino. And when I tell you nobody was standing, yeah, you say you minding your bit. We always minding our business. Thought I was going to get my little saying on and, be in the corner. I'm already nervous, Yeah, but listen. Thought I was really going to be, thought I was going to be good. Shit. Got about the flow. Can't tell you what happened. Got about the flow. Right. Florida water was like liquid fire. Right. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. We all got God. We all got God. We all got God. Every last one of us. But like I told you, it's different. Y'all gotta try it. Y'all gotta try it. It's remarkable. You will remember that for a long time. I know that's a memory for me. I will remember that. Yes, they did. They did. As Billy Dantor spoke to me through Alex, because she was the vessel that got mounted. Yep. But when I tell you, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. Got to. And see, all I'm gonna say is be low low, aibobo. Aibobo, be low low. That's all I'm gonna say. You got to try it. I promise you, you won't regret it. You get a chance to come to a fete, come. Get a chance to come to that ceremony, come. Because it was a celebration of that spirit's birthday. Yes, yes, absolutely amazing and beautiful. And like I said, the words that I'm speaking now are still an understatement. But if you want the real deal, come. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 I'm just gonna say this. We'll come. And be ready for honesty. Because when I tell you they will see stuff that you didn't know, that they even saw, that they knew, my God, today. See? See? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Very active. As we lead that tour, showed all the way up. Ooh, all the way up. Below low. Shirley G. Benson. Sure did. Sure did. You have to be there. You have to be there. You would have to be there. And when I tell you you would have to be there, you'd have to be there. And I'm telling you, it's well worth it. It's well worth it. I'm laughing for another reason, but it's well worth it. You get a chance to meet that Lo'a, meet him. You said that's the last. I can't blame you. Listen, I'm still feeling those hits in the chest. Still feeling that. Still feeling it. But I'm telling you, you got to try it. You got to be there. 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 I'm telling y'all. There are moments when you'll have tears in your eyes. There are moments when you will laugh. There are moments where you will be so grateful that it'll bring you to tears. Y'all get to the next fete. Get to the next fete. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's very much so worth it. Good evening, good evening. It's very so much worth it. I'm telling you, it's worth it. And let me put the emphasis on this. Real mountings. Real Lo'a. What's up, family? None of this fake stuff. Yeah. It was the way she came in. Real Lo'a. Not no made up Lo'a, not no fairy tales. Real Lo'a. And let me say something about the Lo'a. They will tell your business to you directly in your face. No matter if you wanted your family to know that or not. We'll tell. We'll tell. You'll be looking, I was trying to keep that to myself. But dang. We'll tell. We'll tell. And we'll give you a real word. See, mm, yeah, you had to look up the deer in the headlights too. Yeah, you had to, bro. You had to look. Yes, we'll tell all your business. Stuff you sitting there saying, please tell me. No, you didn't say that. No. Yeah. See, the comments that y'all see, that's a lot of us was at the Fed and was a part of the Fed. That's what I mean by community and by love. Because, see, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Yep. Beautiful. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. You know what? See, see, when I say they will bring up some things, they will bring up some things. Have you in shock? Have you looking at every bit of the way? Like, nobody in the family needed to know that. Why are we telling that? Why are we doing this? When I say raw and uncut, you will be in utter shock. But I promise you it's worth it. Because there's some other truths that will come out behind it. There's some other truths that will come out behind it. It is well worth it. Well worth it. And I'm telling you, nothing like it. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Y'all got to go. Y'all get a chance. You get a chance, you gotta go. But I will say this. Yeah. Wow. Will. You get that whole truth. Have an open mind because they're going to be open with you. I promise you. You meet the Loa, the Orisha, you meet a real one, gonna tell you. They gonna give you your business like they've been watching you the whole time. Cause there was some questions after that. I was like, see, I was trying to be a silent hoe. There's some questions you gonna ask yourself. Things like, were they standing there? Did they see me when I... Some things you gonna say. So when I tell you, have an open mind and be ready for the truth. And be ready to receive. Because it's also love there too. Right. I was like, can we talk about this in private? Because I can explain. Like, sir, you just gonna tell everybody that, sir. Right. I've been going to different ceremonies in other paths, and never that level of power. Oh no. Cause see what Saint John the Baptist did to me, T. John. Let me tell y'all something. Literally, be ready for the truth. Okay, be ready. Be ready. I couldn't say nothing when he said, "You know me." I couldn't say nothing because I was like, "Man, I forgot you will drag it all out there." And for those who don't know who Tijan is, in the Bible, when it speaks of Elizabeth and Zacchaeus having a child, the custom was that you name your child Right. Nah, T-Sean. Yes, he did. Listen. Let me get a history. let me get a history. T-John, aka Saint John the Baptist, is literally born of Zacchaeus and Elizabeth. According to the Bible, if you read over in Luke, um, the custom was that you name your child after the father, but God told him, name this baby John. And he closed Zacchaeus' mouth, his tongue stuck to the roof of his mouth until the day that John was born. Because a lot of times, God will tell you something and then make sure that you can never speak about it. It'll slip your mind. It will leave until the day that it's supposed to be spoken. See, a lot of us have stuff that's manifesting that we can't speak about. And God makes show of it because he'll stop you. So when Zacchaeus tongue stuck to the roof of his mouth, the day that John the Baptist was born, he spoke, name this child John the Baptist. Now, let me back up a little bit because there was a prophecy over John's head that he would be the cousin and the forerunner of Christ. That he will be the one. Yep. They had no choice because you got to tell his history. You got to tell his history. Because legit, when he was the forerunner, that he was going to win many souls and that he was going to prophesy. He's one of the greatest prophets who had the pleasure, the honor, and the spirit of truth to run before the Son of God came and paved the way. See, a lot of us have no idea that it's an honor to have your call. It's an honor to be chosen to do the work. But John the Baptist was the prophet, the very same prophet that ate locusts, and he was in the wilderness. See, John didn't go into the community or the church unless he had to. God had to literally tell him. For that matter, no prophet really sat in the church unless God had them to. But John the Baptist was the one that was known during the time of King Herod, who was king. Him and his sister. The queen. John the Baptist was the one that called out and literally said to them, hey, you are her brother and she is your sister. That's a sin and you're doing incest. Now, to tell you the truth, they tell you that John the Baptist got beheaded because of the prophecy over his head that he would be beheaded. But what they fail to tell you is that he got beheaded for speaking the truth because he called out what they were doing behind closed doors because they was trying to keep it in the family. And so that's when you find out that the spirit of truth, that part of the Holy Spirit or Holy Ghost or Ka'ish, walking with him, literally spoke whole truths. And the daughter was born of that. Now, as the story goes, it was the daughter who danced for the king, which is King Herod, and his wife, the queen, his sister, knew that he wasn't honoring her request because she kept pestering the king, you need to behead John the Baptist. King Herod was actually afraid to do that because the people took him to be a prophet. And it was said that he was the resurrected Elijah because of the fact that he was a hairy man. And Elijah was a hairy man. But here's the niche. So King Herod's sister, the queen, threw a party and told her daughter to dance. This was another thing that John knew, that the king was a pedophile. So when she told the daughter to dance, King Herod told her, said, what would you like for the dance that you just did, that I requested? What would you like? She said to him, because of her mother, the head of John the Baptist. And this is how this prophecy was fulfilled. And literally, King Herod, listening and hearing what she said, he regretted it. I'm humble. I'm humble. Literally. King Herod was kind of grievous to do it. So the first thing that he did, quite naturally, put the bounty out there. He had John the Baptist arrested. Now, let me say this about John the Baptist. John the Baptist also had disciples that were following him as well. So when they arrested John, John said the prophecy is near. But before he got arrested, let me back up. Because Yeshua, Jesus, Jesus, Emmanuel, literally had already turned water into wine at a wedding. And on this particular day, he stood before John the Baptist to be baptized. But the Holy Spirit, after him being baptized, now I'm going to be honest, John said, hey, I'm not worthy to do this. You should be baptizing me. And you would have thought that they'd greeted each other as cousins. Because even just to go back into the story, Elizabeth met Mary when she was with child. And Mary began to prophesy to her about her unborn child. Now to move back forward. So when they seen each other, they did not greet each other as cousins. They literally came prophet to prophet, because it was like the fulfillment of prophecy was in his face, and he was the type and shadow of that prophet, of that one, the Lamb of God, Jesus Christ. So literally he was telling them, I'm not even worthy to tie your shoes or even to undo them. Jesus looked at him, Yeshua, Emmanuel, the Lamb of God. He said, listen, come on, let's do this, because prophecy has to be fulfilled. So you know what John did? John did exactly what he said. Now, the way that they baptized today was not the way that they baptized then. They submerged your whole body. You swatted down, and your whole body was covered. The reason for that, because it's like a spiritual bath. It literally takes everything off of you. Now, the way they do it today, they have you lay back and they do it. But back then, they took you down and you submerged your whole body for being baptized. So literally, when Jesus, Emmanuel, Yeshua, the Word of God, the Lamb of God, literally, hey sis, literally, good evening, literally baptized him. This is when you see the Holy Spirit, in the Hebrew, the Kaish, ascend upon him like a dove. And that's when Jesus, after being baptized, you would think that they would have other words. Jesus went into the wilderness right after that. But John, not too long after that, got arrested. And so literally, That is who John the Baptist, is. So when I tell you nothing but truth, 100. Very much worthy of his born fits and anything else that he does. Very much worthy. So when I tell you that literally don't sugarcoat nothing, I mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. And he's right, I know him. Because of some things he did in my life when I needed that truth. Now this is part of the stories that I normally don't tell, but I'm going to go ahead and tell this one. And exactly. Let me say this about the Most High. Stop saying God is not in Vodou. That's a lie. I don't care what path you go to, God is there. Stop saying that. Because you're disrespecting the way God walked. Not just a path, not just this, not just that. Stop disrespecting God by trying to tell God where he can't and can go. A lot of people don't get that. Stop trying to box him in. Now, if y'all wondering, now that's what a sin is. Trying to tell God how to do his job. Like, he don't know what the hell he doing. Let me know if you can give him direction. Let me know if you can put the breath in your body. Let me know if you can prophesy to him and give him direction in the way that he should go. I'll wait. Like Cap Williams, I'll wait. Because for real, who can direct God? And let me say this. With all due respect, as Ima say, with all due respect, this is why it's important to watch how you talk and say about people. Watch it. Some of y'all don't even know you disrespecting your own spirit, your own prosperity. Quit playing. Back that ass up and sit down. That's why I make that very clear in my society. Preach. She does. Very clear. Not a one of us don't know that God is first. And I'm going to tell you something. If you ever read any of her posts, she said, Iman said it. Misha Nino said it. If you don't have God, stay away from me. I remember that post to this day. But let me say this again, because the Bible says that you entertain angels unaware. Some of y'all don't know who you're entertaining. It ain't just angels. Some of them are archangels. Some of them are Loah. Some of them are ancestors. Some of them is the Most High. Be careful what you say about folks. Because what you reap is what you sow. And if you don't like what you're reaping and sowing, then sow something different. Sow something different. Because just as sure as you did that ditch, there are two waiting for you while you're looking for innocent blood. And the only blood that will be shedded. Let me tell you something. Let me just back up. Just back all the way up. Cain and Abel. You say this. Be careful. Because, sweetie, you don't want that blood. You don't want the blood, player. Because even when you try to shed that blood, it is innocent blood. Let me tell you something. Even with Cain and Abel, Abel was still able to stand there before God and say, I know you're not finna let that go. I know you ain't finna let that pass. I know you ain't finna just let them do that. So be careful. Because the very ditch you dig will be the very ditch for you. Because some of y'all, talking to you haters, will turn around and be a fugitive and then need God to make sure you don't die. So please cut it out. Cut it all the way out. Because you're not ready. Cain killed Abel in jealousy. Not just because the offering was respected, but he killed them out of jealousy, and jealousy is cruel as the grave. Because he wanted to be able to, and let me tell you something, it's a dangerous thing to treat your spirits and your ancestors and the Most High, whatever your path is. I don't care. Because in all paths, how you treat them is how they going to treat you. But don't be half-assing no offering to them. Don't be half-ass thanking them, half-ass giving credit, half-ass obedience. Because if they give it to you, they pull a you on you. Can you take it? Can you handle it? So please, stop it. Stop thinking that you can have to. Because that's really what Cain did. He half-assed. It wasn't a matter of it being just fruit. It was a matter of the heart. Where you give from makes a difference. I said, if you know like Jamaica, if you know your art, you know your spirit. What spirit are we giving to them in? What spirit are we telling God thanks in? Your sincerity, your truth. That's why he seeketh such a one in spirit and in truth. Your truth, your spirit makes the difference. It's where your heart is. Because out of your heart flows the issues. So what is you that's flowing? And when I say issues, you really look at the word, it said is you. So what issues is flowing out of you? Is it the issues of love? Is it the issues of grace? What issues? I don't even know why I'm going here, but we gonna go. Exactly. Because what Cain didn't expect for the issue, meaning it's you, was the problem. It was never Abel. You know what? Listen, and Jamal to be fed and have a drink afterwards, the day I had. So, believe me, I'm relying on the Lord to give this one. But literally, and I'm honored, literally, be careful. And be careful who you think you arguing with. When you go to a fete, be careful who you think you're talking to. And they don't always have to be at a fete. Thank you. I'm honored. Thanks for the gift. Literally, be careful who you think you arguing with or who you think you talking to. This is why you entertain unaware, because you will think you talking to that person and you'll end up talking to the Messiah. You'll end up talking to the Lord. You'll end up talking to an Orisha. You'll end up talking to them and think you dealing with an immortal person. And that person has nothing or jack shit to do with it. You have to be careful. Because if the spirit's pulling you on you, if that person pulling you on you, can you take it? Because believe me, Cain couldn't take it. Cain couldn't take it. He had to beg God. He said, don't let me go through the earth like this because they will kill me. And God had to put a mark on him and say, no one can kill him, and decree it throughout the earth. That was the only way that Cain was able to keep a marriage, was able to keep the bit that he had. So I'm telling you, you don't want to have to pray that prayer. And then the question is, what grace? Because where it abound, who you going to get to help you with that? That's why you got to be careful. Because Cain barely could keep his blessings, barely could keep his name in the earth. That's why I say, stop playing. The truth will set you free. The truth will make you free. And I don't know why, but if you made a vow, keep it. With God, with the Lord, whatever your path is, keep it. But don't have to turn around and beg that same person because you thought you was fly. And like you said, bro, on your ego trip. And think you know more than the spirits. Be careful who you playing with. And let me say this. Do get a godparent. Let me say this. Please don't think you know more than your godparent. Long time ago, Iman, Misha Nino, you said this. Don't be a teacher student. Just be a student. Just do that. Let's do that. Real talk. Let's do that. Stop trying to tell the teacher like you know and you don't know a damn thing. Let's do that. Because if you can't follow leadership, who the hell you expect to follow you? You can't listen. Who you expect to listen to you? So true. Who you expect to follow you? You lead by example. Not this do as I say, but not as I do. Don't let them boomers get y'all fucked up by the Spirit. By the Spirit, through the Spirit, and on the behalf of the Spirit. Don't let them get you fucked up. Because how can you lead and you can't follow? You can't tell somebody to live something you're not living. And yes, Lord, Sis Shirley G. Benson, I will never forget as really Dan taught through you. Never, ever, no. Yeah. Oh, you teacher student, yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, but y'all got to go to a fete. Y'all got to. Y'all got to go to at least one ceremony in your life that's filled with love and that's filled with the spirit and in truth. You got to. You got to. But let me say this, because they're not gonna let me go until I do. Don't let your ass write a check your mouth can't cash. Let me say this. If you think something's not real, please don't go down that path. If you think that it's a game, please, for lack of better words, who they know I'm petty, for lack of better words, it is better for you to play with your own ass than to play with the spirits and to play with the Most High. Stop playing. Because I'm going to show you something. Like I said, I would not want to be the one that had to beg to keep mine. But yes, yeah, that was some next level. With the Loa, with the Ezra Lee Dantor, that was some next level right there. I'm still rubbing my chest though. I'm still processing this spiritual experience. Because if you come to a fete in the right manner, with the right spirit, and you come with an open mind, I promise you, you will leave there different from the way that you came. And if y'all are reading the comments down here, these are people, everybody that went to the fete. So when I tell you, listen, y'all jump in her inbox, email, you got a phone number, call. You got to experience this. You got to. Well, whatever she say, do. Because everything Misha Nino speaks, it come to pass. Said what I said, and I stand on it. Because I know what happened in my life. I can attest to that. I also can attest to, when you're obedient and the spirits give you $1,000 for your obedience, I can attest to that one too. Because your obedience will pay off. Just don't half-ass it. It will pay off. And when you're truly walking and truly living by the Spirit, through the Spirit, for the Spirit, within the Spirit, and you move and have your being, trust me, you protected, and can't a damn thing bother you. People can always try. Doesn't mean it'll be successful. Spirits can always try. Doesn't mean it'll be successful. Especially with what you're walking with and what has your back. See, I wouldn't worry about the person. I would worry about the one that has say-so over my spirit. I'm just going to be real. That I would worry about. I ain't concerned about too much else. That I would worry about. Right. That I would be concerned about. Yeah, I almost don't count. I would be worried about making a deity that's Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, upset. That's pissed. Upset because you touched his. Good evening. What's up, family? But literally, I would be careful. I would not want to be the one. Because I'm going to tell you something. Most people don't know this. Don't nobody have to do work, but let me just keep it 100. any kind of workings, whether it's human or spirit, it always starts off small. It always starts off like you're not paying attention. It be the little things. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. But thank you for dropping in before word. It's all good. But literally imagine this, a string on a shirt, and you think it is just a little string, so you pull it. And then all of a sudden the whole shirt fall off. Good evening. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful with. Yeah, they did. They did. I swear to God, they did. I still want to know why we had to discuss that on my behalf in the ceremony, though, Mr. John the Baptist, Mr. T. John. Many blessings and abundance. But let me say this. When I tell you, so if the Spirit is doing working and you don't stop and it look like it's small, you'll get handled like that. Sometimes people can't see their ass whooping or what's going on because they didn't pay attention to it start small. But let me say this. Get to effect. Get to effect. It's amazing. It's all good. It's all good. It's just no time for whatever you need to hear. But get to effect. When I say the things that I'm saying on this live is an understatement, it's an understatement. And I am a poet myself. It's an understatement. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Listen. I think a couple of days later, I think y'all, when I was sleeping that morning, y'all seen me dance. I was sleepy. But when I tell you, you'll leave feeling more connected to the Loa, leave more connected to your ancestors, more connected to the Most High. I'm telling you, it's worth every bit of going and being a part, experiencing. Because I promise you, you will leave different. It made an impact on my life, a tremendous one. A tremendous one. Talking about something kind of different. And again, I say the Loa is different. Look, I wasn't going to say nothing about that, sis. I wasn't going to say nothing about you flirting. I was so not. I wasn't going to say nothing. Yeah, y'all come to effect. You have to see it for yourself. For real, at the door. At the door. Listen, I'm rereading the job description. Listen, Linda, listen. I'm rereading the job description myself. Because I swear to God, I swear. I'm telling you, you have to experience it for yourself because the words, even with what they're writing, doesn't do it justice. Listen. I would never forget that either. You might as well should have did like the Roadrunner. Meek. But when I tell you, you can't get away. You can't get away. When the Lord wants you, they want you. You gonna do. But when I tell you, listen, All I remember is getting about the flow. Right. Right. Exactly. Getting the whole flirt out. They was back and forth. Yes. Iman, she got to tell you about that. She got to tell you about that. Mm-hmm. You said what? Get somebody else to do it. That you wouldn't get in the way. You wouldn't get in the way. I tried that. I called myself was gonna hold my composure. Really get my stand on. Next thing I know, y'all picking me up off the floor. I thought I was doing something. It was. It was. Listen, I thought I was gonna be able to get my stand on. I thought I had some strength. Everywhere we tried to go, they got us. Uh-uh. 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 But then I can't say that I was getting about the flow. I can't say that. But I do remember laughing. Alana. Na 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 na. Ha. Literally. You got to be there. You got to be there. Not like it. Too beautiful. And when I say real, I mean real. Real. They would discuss things that you would be sitting there like, sir, sir, ma'am, sir, ma'am. We couldn't have stepped over in the corner, sir. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You got to try it. Y'all gotta try it. Y'all gotta try it. That you did. Y'all got to try it. Yeah, yeah. They got Alana good. Got Keisha good. I believe they got B good too. But like I said, nobody in there was standing. Nobody. Listen, I can't wait to do. You got to. You got to. It's nothing like it. But have an open mind and be prepared. You might be getting up off the flow. You might be getting up off the flow. And you may not remember what happened. Thank you. I'm honored. You may not remember what happened. Because when I tell you, listen. Look. Well, look, I'm only 5 feet. So I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to try it. I'm not finna try that. I'm not getting grabbed like that. No. Nope, but now. No. I'll be in the corner. Now I can catch, but I don't want to be grabbed. I don't want to be grabbed. But when I tell y'all have to be there. You look like a deer in headlights too. But I'm telling you, it's a beautiful experience. There are some funny moments, but this is a beautiful experience. You got to be there. You got to be there. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Listen, you got to be there. Wait, yeah, yeah. Y'all talking about ABBA? Yeah, ABBA got you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. ABBA. And by the way, people in Texas, y'all better get a godparent like mine. Me and Jamal are very satisfied. Jamal, my stomach, we love the food. Yes, Lord. Uh-uh. Listen, Linda. When you look, I can't say I would have stood there either. I'm sorry, sis. I can't say I would have stood there either. I'd have heard her. I'd have left too. You got it. You got that. You got that. Cause nope and now. But like I said, y'all gotta experience it. Y'all gotta experience it. Y'all gotta experience it. It is nothing like that. It is nothing like that. Nothing. You got to see for yourself. I promise you, it's beautiful. Listen, it's not like anything you ever experienced. It's not. Yep. Well, yep. I'm telling you, you got to experience it. You got to experience it. And good evening, good evening. But for those of you that are late, listen, I know you, but you're going to have to watch the replay. But I'm telling you, go to a fete, go to a ceremony, go to a ceremony. What's up, fam? Go to a ceremony. Please do. Go to a ceremony. Yeah, yeah. She did play dead. Watch, yeah. You gotta watch it. But I'm telling you, you get a chance to go, yes. Come to a fete. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna laugh too. But you're gonna love it. So yeah, do me a favor. Catch you a fete. Catch you a fete. Ask Ima, can you come to the fete? Yep, WWE. You're right. 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 Look like we all was. Because the Lord was throwing hands. Anyway, the Lord was throwing hands. Good evening, good evening. What's up, fam? Y'all gonna have to catch that replay. This WWE, they was throwing hands. But I'm telling you, go to a fete. You gonna love it. Your life will be changed and you will not regret it. And again, I say, Misha Nino, O'Neal, Ava, Iman, the Loa that walks with you is real. And by the way, y'all ever catch my sister mounted, please be ready. Please be ready. Lord, my chest still hurt. Please be ready. Please be ready. Please be ready because when they come through, they come through. Like I said, the Loa different. But to the Most High, to the Loa, to my society, to my godparents, thank you. I thank all of y'all for being the vessel. And for those that need events and ceremonies where you need photos and stuff taken, get with my brother, Parker Studios. Get with my brother. Book him. You won't be sorry. If you look at some of the photos, he literally catches the energy. in the photo. And if you need a painting, get with Alex. You need a reading, Shirley's on here. Quite a few of y'all on here. Get a reading. And my brother does reading too. And y'all catch Iman at the vacation, get yourself a read. As I know a lot of them waiting on you to open back up with King David. They waiting on you in August. So Iman, be ready. As if folks say, how's she gonna stop? Just stop the product. They waiting on you. Listen, Linda, listen, Linda. I'm not the one that made King David. I'm not the one that made the King double line spray. Gonna catch up with y'all. Look. No, she didn't let nobody be great in that position. She didn't let not one soul be great in that position. We couldn't run. She was thinking, Lauryn Hill, ready or not, here she come. She gonna find you. So when I tell y'all got to be there. And it's an understatement. It's an understatement. It's an understatement. You still doing readings? Y'all see? Iman still doing readings. Hit her up. Hear her up. Hit her up. Hit her up. Hit her up. You won't regret it. And bring you some water and bring you something to drink. See, I can't blame them for that. Bring you something to drink, because you're going to need it. You're going to need it. You going to need it. Because I'm telling you, she looked right through your soul. And don't think you're going to hide nothing. Or put it in a box. That'll get dug up too. That'll get dug up too. So please be ready. Please be ready. Hey, what's up, family? Kimberly Reed. Telling you, be ready. Be ready. Bring you some water. Bring you something to drink, because you're going to need a strong drink after that read. Because you're going to cry in the car. So, again, I'm going to end this live. Right. So those of you that told me you wanted a reading, y'all heard it yourself. She's still doing readings. Catch her. Find out what a Cash App is. Or ask me and I'll give it to you. Even though my Cash App is down, I will still give it to you. I will download it again just to get that info off of there. So hit her up. Get your read. Exactly. Divinely chosen. And yes, in high demand. All right. Ezra Lee Freda. She and another thing. Ezra Lee Freda. Oh, Jesus. Y'all, when I say I got to meet Ezra Lee Freda, Ezra Lee Dantor, John the Baptist, the Massas, when I tell you, you got to come. You got to come. You got to come. The Grand Ezra Lee showed up. You got to come. You gotta come. You get a chance, come to your next fete. You gotta come. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. Was there anyone that had anything else to say? I wanted to come on the live. You're welcome to. But you won't regret it. You won't regret it. Like I said, this has been Channel 5 live, bringing you the fresh news. Iman says, "Shop, I love you, bro. I love you." Iman said the shop will be back open in August. Everyone keep asking about the product, saying I need to open it back up. Listen, I done had a couple of people say something about it to me. With the massage game. Yes. Dang, I missed that too. Yep. Said that most interesting thing about Freda I can't say on this live. Okay. But if anyone else have anything to say, you're welcome to do so. Thank you to Shirley. Thank you to Alex. Thank you to Ima. Thank you to Ava, Michanino, and O'Neill. Ava and Ima, that's who they are. Thank you. Thank you so much. She truly did. Thank y'all for being the vessels for the Loa. I thank everybody that got mounted. All I remember is getting up off the floor. That's all I'm going to say. I get up off the floor. That's what I did. But literally, I thank each and last one of y'all made the ceremony beautiful. To my society, thank you. To everybody that was there, thank you. Thank you. Because literally, you had to be there. Because the last Syrian, yeah. I don't even know why I'm being thanked. All I remember is getting off the floor, sis. That's all I remember, getting up off the floor. But thank you to you all. Because legit, it's beautiful. Thank you to the Loa. Thank you to the Most High. Thank you to the ancestors. Because without you, we would not have had such a beautiful experience. But thank you. And I'm telling you, you get a chance. They did? Oh, wow. Oh, I got to hear about this. I didn't even know. Did they hit me with anything? Like a toy or something? And so thankful to meet Miss Renee. Beautiful spirit, beautiful heart. Look, oops. Listen, I'm honored. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for being allowed to come. Thank you, Ima. Thank you. I'm honored, Miss Renee. I'm honored. I'm honored, fam. But thank you for allowing me to experience Ima, for allowing me to be a part. And thank you for my seat at the table. And thank you for the soul food. That's what I'm telling you. It's like soul food. It's like a home cooked meal. Because like I said, I feel even closer to the Loa and connected. Ooh, them comments shot fast. Y'all forgive me, I'm up here trying to see comments. But when I tell you, you got to be there. You got to be there. Mr. David Sosa, hey fam, Mr. Wisdom in the house. And I apologize, but I'm at the end of the live. You gotta watch the replay. But when I tell you, you gotta get to a ceremony. You gotta get to a fed. Real spirits, real loa, real energy, real love, real power. That ceremony was huge. But again, I love y'all. And if nobody else have any other words, and yes, Iman, thank you for being our godparent. Iman Abba, Misha Nino, and O'Neal, thank y'all for being our godparents. My God, thank you. Because they not giving what y'all giving. They not doing what y'all doing. Thank you. Good evening. You find the house. Good evening. But like I said, unfortunately, y'all, I'm at the end of my life. But again, thank you, Iman and Abba, Misha Nino, and O'Neal for being our godparents. For this society, Medagway, thank you. Because I must say this, anywhere else, I don't believe that I would have experienced it. I don't believe. Thank you. And then, I'm just going to put it like this. That's really Dantor's right. Hey, listen, ain't no place like when you fit. And trust me, you will find where you fit in, where you belong. And be thankful for your seat at the table. Be okay with learning and not try to be the head of the table, especially when the seat is already filled. But again, I love y'all. And if there's no other words, oh, I'm honored. I'm honored. Because y'all don't know the uncomfortable conversations that Misha Nino had to have with me. There would be no lives like this today if it wasn't for Misha Nino obeying the Most High and the spirits and the ancestors. That wouldn't have been. That wouldn't have been. Y'all don't know how many uncomfortable conversations she's had to have with me on my own behalf. People really just don't know what it's like being an elder and a godparent. People really just don't know. But again, I love y'all. Peace. If there's no more words before I just cut it. If there's no more words. Listen. Oh, and by the way, that Italian blood is real. That's all I'm going to say about that. That Italian blood is real. Oui, mafioso. But I love y'all. Peace and blessings and abundance. and much, much, exceedingly, much, much more, unlimited. Peace.